Dat seems well low enough.
Hello.
Hello? Is everyone ready?
We have Rish, Marley, and Tanks at the moment off.
Yeah, Shmali can hear us, that I know.
Okay.
Dwyer, you good?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm just going to bring down my plates and I'll be back.
Mox is nearby. Krieger, right?
I'm back,
Pog?
but I'm gonna be eating for a bit.
That's okay. Ryan needs a few more minutes. Krieger? Where art thou? What did you make for food, Shmali?
Spaghetti.
Oh. Fancy, fancy.
Yeah,
We're going
it's
all
super
degenerate and then Shmali's whipping up like the professional kitchen break.
I just cooked some pasta we had. So, yeah, tomorrow is... I've got... more pasta, which took about 45 minutes to cook, but just in the oven, so I'll just put it on 45 minutes before food, and then that'll be a meal for the whole day, and then I can just like grab delivery or something later. I'm lazy and I have executive dysfunction, so I just buy a bunch of ready meals, basically.
It's really basic. So the hardest part of cooking is actually having ingredients.
Like, everything we have in the house... Welcome back. Everything we have in the house, is either used by my mother, or she forgot it was there and now we have to throw it away. So, it's... yeah.
Where is my fellow Dutchman?
Currently typing in Warrior Lounge while he cooks, probably.
Mad, let me go be mad at him. He actually is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm to add him in Warrior Lounge. Wait, where is it?
That's what I did. I love that email.
Match time.
One of my coworkers does that unironically. It's like when it's time for break or when we go home, he's like, and then he does that.
Yeah. Most passive-aggressive being on Earth.
Oh no, he's happy about it.
Oh, okay, like saying it and like saying to his coworkers, "Oh yeah, we get to go home now," as opposed to saying to his boss, "Hey, can I go home now?" Fair enough.
What?
Nothing. I just interpreted it differently.
Okay. Since everyone is here except for Krieger, kind of might as well just mention. We already talked a little bit about it before break,
Mhm.
but the reason why we kept fucking up the mechanic was because we're moving too much. So go to your spot and then move in straight lines. And then I also should say we should move a little bit earlier and not stay in the middle for like a minute.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then there's a picture in Raid. Like some of us were moving in like a little bow, but we need to move in straight lines. If you get, I think it's 5 stacks, you explode.
I remember when we
And
were
you gain
watching.
stacks as you move. And you gain a stack when the debuff goes off as well, right? So you can't gain more stacks. And it's 1 stack moving from one place to another. And then you gain a stack from the debuff doing its thing. And then you, if you need to move again, you get another stack. And then the last one should just get you to 5 and not more. And then it's fine.
Mm.
But if you're already on 5 when the thing goes off, you know.
Yeah. God, I have a fucking 12-hour stream to upload to my YouTube later. Thank God for Twitch exports.
Or just stream straight to YouTube and it's already there.
I could.
How long has my stream been live for?
9 hours at least.
hours and 10 minutes.
It's 3 minutes longer than mine. God. Talking in people's FC discords and just seeing people like, hey, I checked on my old static. After an hour and 40 minutes, they were still dying to the first stack spread of P9S, and I was just like, okay.
Monk Wait,
Some-
what?
Talking one of my FC discords, and someone said that their old static, after their first raid, an hour and 40 minutes into their first raid session, was still on the very first mechanic of P9S being the partner stacks in and out, spread in and out, partner stacks in and out. They had only seen 2 football with the warrior alive.
Yeah, sign groups are just, I don't know, giga casual.
My old static, like before TUP,
Mhm.
they got to Athena day 1. And they still haven't cleared Athena.
I know.
They're doing the same schedule as us.
Wait, which one?
With Blob Morning, Tessin.
Oh. Test. Has it been cleared? Probably not. It will be-
Yeah, they were like rolled 9. I don't know if they cleared rolled 9, but they were. They were doing fairly well. They like brute forced the fuck out of it. Yeah, they cleared. Let's see how fast they cleared.
Oh, he's on Dancer.
Yes, he's been in Dancer Questions, right?
Yeah, I know, I answered him, but I figured he was asking for somebody else.
Yeah, I was like, what? Why are you here? Let's see, they cleared. Why can't I see what rank they had? Not race. Okay. I guess I have to look Europe. Europe 7. That's decent. Peppy is still with them? I did not expect that. Oh, but their entire static got rebuilt.
Okay, I'm back.
It's literally it's Peppy, it's Rin and Ceci. Not even Uni is there. What? Whatever.
I am back.
Hi, back.
Grigor?
I have adjusted my mustache. I have watched a kill vid.
Grigor ready?
I am here, but give me like 5 minutes to actually eat my food.
That's fine.
Dwyer,
still
how
need
many
to-
pots do you have left?
I have still a couple. Just bought some more.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna buy some as well, so just wanted to check.
Alright.
take a minute to just stretch a bit because my hand is seizing up after pressing glare for 8 hours.
I found out who the happy bunch were well having fun outside way too loud. Hold on.
How dare they have fun?
Okay.
Moxie Mox.
I have like a few bites on my last slice,
That's fine.
and I'm all done.
Don't you have Dr. Oetker?
Yeah, Doctor.
Can't you devour those whole?
What? I cannot eat that fast. That'll actually make me vomit.
Oh damn. Skill issue. Moxie Mox. Moxie Mox.
And outside to have fun.
I was trying to clear fight, Mox going outside. Sag.
Oh man, I can't wait to do the stoppers again.
Hey, you said it was fun, not me.
God, the fucking difference in healing between 12-1 and 12-2 is insane. Like 12-1, I'm burning.
Killing myself.
What would help?
Hmm?
You know, what would help with healing is if we did the mechanic correctly.
Yeah, caloric, yeah.
That's it.
Okay, Dwyer cues in.
Will do.
So I found out who was being loud.
Oh.
Me.
My new
was it?
neighbors have actually bought the house that I was apartment that I was interested in. They're celebrating a graduation, and
Ah.
they wanted my attention. They were waving on the opposite balcony.
Ah, okay.
Good luck.
And also they have been trying to zoom into what's on my screen, so I won't be
What the
watching any
fuck?
Pornhub.
I'm streaming.
That's
Do
They,
that.
they actually asked if I'm streaming, and I told them yeah I was, and they asked what's my Twitch, and well they might
my
appear in there.
Okay.
That's so cringe. I just-
Very weird exchange.
I can't enter the cringe.
Well, you get free viewers now, so that's good.
Monka. And then they're like, oh, it is balance
check.
mentor mocks. And
Yeah.
yeah. Antagonizing you.
I'm just imagining your neighbors just screaming, "Hey, where's Biss?" Just like across the fucking balcony.
Where's Gunbreaker Base? Give us Gunbreaker Base.
Next week.
Good check.
Food check, gear check.
Trigger check.
Oh,
Devour
yeah.
that pizza.
Okay.
Do it.
God, okay.
I'll
It's
find
gone.
out.
let me clean my mustache. 1 second.
Your
Wait, you have a mustache?
Reader has a mustache?
Hold on.
Mustache.
I'm going to post my face just for mustache sake.
Can we please just go?
Yeah,
We
yeah,
can-
you should just go.
Okay.
You can do it during transition.
I'm just gonna post it straight to Krieger. There we go.
Okay.
Bruh.
6.
I'm not gonna look at that until later.
Whoa.
I'm saving
Yeah,
that one for later.
Nobody see me in the figures.
It's not as majestic as Lars's mustache, though.
Sorry? What did you say?
No, it's not as majestic as Lars's mustache.
Mox
Left.
it.
Left. Right.
Swap second.
Dodge.
Out frozen. Going right.
Support spread after. It's gonna be out then in. Out then in.
Oh, sorry. That was me. Yeah.
Just wipe it.
Just wipe it, but not really anything else. Yeah, I heard support spread and then I just took the fucking tower like an idiot. Great first pull by me. I go again.
We go in.
Left. Right.
Swap seconds. No, I'm wrong side, I see.
Stella.
Yep, I see.
Right.
Yeah, I just went south because I thought it was there, but I realized I didn't get west.
Right. Right. Right.
Stale free.
Dodge. Out frozen.
Right.
Support spread after. So to be out then in. Out then in. Right. Right. Left.
Swap seconds.
Party in. colors are purple.
Nope, so it's the wrong.
Yeah, that's on me.
Right. Right. Left.
Sub-second.
Dodge.
In partner.
Going left.
DPS spread out now. It's gonna be in and out. Right. Right. Left.
Stop in second.
That's not second. Swipe it. Just swipe it.
Here we go.
Left. Left. Right.
Sub-second.
dodge.
Out approaching.
Go left.
DPS spread after. Don't be out then in, out then in. Right. Right. Right.
Stale 3.
Tanks in.
Keeping.
Those for yellow. Still on the pin.
Yep.
Keeping.
Try to get behind.
Path go left. Ethan goes right. Mark 7 bait laser.
Nice spot. Zoe. Further. No. I'll move.
6-8. One 3. 2-4.
One more.
MP. We're dead. Okay.
What happened?
Probably clipped by AoE from the ad in the middle.
I think you got hit by the pulse dash. You want to stay a bit further away there. It's the same thing I ran into before.
Thanks to the heads up tail, I'll move it down to. No, I'll do it also that in a moment. I'll sort it out after the poll. Thank you for letting me know.
Left. Left. Left.
Stale 3.
Dodge.
In partner.
Go left.
Yeah, spread after. It's going to be in and out. In and out. Right. Left. Left.
Swap first.
Party in. Towers are purple.
Down.
We're missing mid here, or
I don't see a reprisal.
so Schmally now we're on
Oh,
1k.
thank
I
you.
just died to damage.
I use the same stuff I always use there.
That was my reprisal missing.
Okay.
Let's keep going.
Yep. Top of the group. For 3.
Odds go left, evens go right. Five, 7 first. 6, 8. Not yet, not yet. 6, 8 now. One, 3. 2, 4. One more dash. With AB.
Oh, your mitigation. Turning.
Partners.
Left. Going fully across. Okay. Swap. Partners. Partners. Tanks in, party out.
One
Buffs.
tank in.
Awesome fight.
Go north. We're going right and proteins. Right and proteins. Dodge boss, dodge the boss, and then proteins. Proteins now. Dodge the ads, dodge the ads. Then we're going right and proteins. Out as well. Be out, be out.
Back left.
Back left, back left.
Just my reprisal.
Another response. We had like 5 or 6 damage down from the death.
In the death.
Reset instance.
Well, can you delay a chain a bit after the limit cap thingy?
Right. Right. Right.
Stay all 3.
Just wipe it.
Yep.
Right. Right. Right.
Stale 3.
Dodge.
Out.
Then right.
Okay, spread out here. Out in.
Out in.
Right. Left. Right.
Swap all.
Thanks in. Yellow.
Second repro used.
They're up.
Odds left, even right. first. Six, eight. 3, 2, 4. One more dash. Go to AB. Get partner swap probably. You can probably melee LB right after the minute here, and then maybe we get another one.
Turning.
South, goes south.
Start right. Stay right. Stay right fully. Go back south. Protein.
Out.
Protein. Tanks in. Buff timing as well soon.
Have some time.
South. We're going right and then protein. Go right, dodge boss. Protein.
Wall.
Dodge ads. We're going right, out protein. Back left.
I have Ripper.
Thank you.
Used. Oh, done. Good stuff.
Take a breather while the cutscene plays.
Alright, what's this
I love
moustache?
cutscenes.
Alright, I have to look at Mox's mustache.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be right back.
That is a fancy mustache.
Fancy. Thank you.
This misbegotten world is to blame. Only the hands of God can fix it. My hands!
Okay, let's reset to icon.
Yep.
Okay.
What?
Anything get mentioned on DRB?
Nope.
Just the Mox's moustache is very fancy.
Oh, wait. The
I wanna
markers.
mention-
I changed the markers earlier. These should be correct.
I want to mention something. Again, that the reason why we are failing at Cataract 1 is because of our movement. We have to be moving in straight lines And you basically, this is a picture Maz made. I'll post it in Raid. You basically need to move in either one of these lines. You can move diagonally between the squares, or you can move 2 squares if it's like north-south, right? You have to move exactly like that. If you don't move exactly like that, you get too many stacks, and if you get too many stacks, you blow up. That's why we're done. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Right. And we have to be a little faster with the aquas, or the winds getting onto the fires.
Okay, chain pulling or cooldown. I counter.
Chain pulling, please.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Party
Not
right.
even halfway through the fight. East west. North south.
Place.
Trigger. Oh, very might as well just jump on. You're not gonna res everyone in time.
Yep.
It didn't let me jump off.
From base elements is greatness forged.
And we go.
Be denied. Denizens of the abyss.
East west. East west.
From base elements is greatness forged.
Well,
Top left.
yeah, I was confused for a moment because as soon as you were writing, I was like, wait, I don't have another pyramid shit.
Don't look at other people. Just look at yourself. Because other people might adjust the last second. Just counterclockwise.
Also,
So.
Each healer must be protected.
Red white, tank buster, don't forget the cleanse, and then you can pre-position. Remember what we said about the movement.
Make sure you watch where the intersection is. I'm not 100% sure of this marker yet.
Fires in, fires in. Arrows at chest. Good job. Fires move out.
No, that was me. I moved out. I thought I had fire, but I didn't.
If you had fire before, then you can only get fire again.
We go again.
yeah, everybody moves once basically.
Okay.
I was move first, and then the previous fires have to be legit out.
In that scenario, by the way, we would have the two fires move outwards.
I moved middle there. Suppose that was wrong.
Yes.
Okay.
Clockwise. Donut. Loadings.
West clipped
Oh my
east. I have Benny.
Use my reprisal there.
Thanks.
Tank Buster, you complete position already. Be exactly on the marker. Moving. Move the fires. Fires move outwards.
Some.
I saw a couple of 4 stacks. That's too much, right?
Nope.
No,
No,
force
four's fine.
fine.
Four's perfect.
Okay.
Four's what
Let
you
me
end
check
on.
on who did what there. So we had me and I had fire and let me check. Rye, did you have fire?
I had fire and I was on B.
Okay, so yeah, so Rye was standing on B and I was standing on 4. We had fire, and then the no debuffs were on 1 and 3. B moved more north, and
Right.
4 moved more south. 1 should have joined the B more north, and 3 should have joined me more south. So we did that south, and I guess north the unmarked didn't join you.
From one, no one moved from one.
Yeah. I was unmarked on 3 and I moved to the Southern Fire.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So if you have fire at the start, but your fire is gone, then you know you're gonna have to move to join the other fire. Okay? But the movement there was good.
Yeah.
Keep that up.
Nice.
Let's go.
Going 3, 2, 1.
These break flags are all like 90 seconds apart. It's so cringe.
Better than 80.
Better than 100.
True.
No, 100 is better. 80 is cringe. You're right. East west. North south. This is going good. Down Zoe, down Zoe.
Good. And we go again. 3, 2, 1.
Gear check after this pull.
wire. Let me keep the corner if it's vertical.
Okay.
It is not.
East west. Always. You see that line there? Just don't be over it if it's east west. Is that the exact line of the line enemy?
Distance.
Always
Yeah.
towards the blue.
Why
Always
are you
towards
like
the
on
blue.
the wrong there?
Can I have just 5 minutes to look at the slides again, just so that I don't fuck up us again? That's called whatever the fuck this mechanic is called.
Classical concept. You think
Not
of
that shit. Caloric.
That's the one after.
caloric. Okay, fair enough.
Sure. We didn't. The last time, the only fuck up we had was someone didn't move when they should have moved. But it has nothing to do with the slides. Are these hopes markers?
Nope.
Okay.
That's a different threat, I believe. I'm seeing them as well right now, but they aren't identical. I just set these
Oh,
myself.
That's Neverland's threat.
Yeah, I believe it's for Tor because they're doing a different strat.
You good?
Yes, probably understand it further if I actually.
Okay.
Whatever.
Going 3, 2, 1. Pew.
That is some instant auto attack. Jesus.
And it isn't a double. Oh, that's good. Big brain move. Your crit load before the swing buster
Wasn't
works.
planned.
Don't worry.
Yourself. Stack up, stack
Fire
up,
it,
stack
fire
up,
it.
stack up. Donut. Alright, move up now. Proteins. Straight pipe tank buster.
Maybe this 30 arm range would be most actually good.
It's like the maximum thing in caloric 2. But I'll explain that when we get to that. Spread out, get to your positions, fires in. Move to fires.
Oh, okay, I'm dead. Yeah, this is over.
Wee! Whoever was on, let me see the markers. B should have moved to 1. Clockwise.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Right direction.
And then you would have walked in the right direction, right? Yes.
Yeah.
It's very important that you move correctly, otherwise people will make a misstep and we die.
Explosions. Okay, we go. 3, 2, 1.
East-west. North south. Unbox them.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, I was confused for a moment. It's all good. It all worked out.
Molly, can you move north?
Yeah, cool.
Proteins. That's works.
I'm too late, my bad. Thank you.
Pre-position. Fires in. Move to fires.
So we
Like a
lines.
little jiggle. You need to move in a straight line. Don't jiggle around. Straight line. Actually show you.
I feel bad for controller players with the mechanic like this.
Oh, I just turned my camera and then just pulled forward.
Here, if you
Yeah,
join my
please
stream real quick.
do not push ECDs.
Let's see.
So everyone moves in a straight line, but like here already, you're already moving. Like just stand still, don't move. Mechanic comes out, you move. Stand still, don't move. Move again, and now you're moving in a in a semicircle, straight line.
Yeah.
So now you're at 4 stacks. Fire goes off. You're at 5 stack the entire rate level. So just stand still. Stand still. No moving. Angle your camera correctly, like Stella suggested, and then move like that.
Yeah.
We're
Would
gonna
I?
have to use GCDs? Like we need to completely stand still, do nothing.
No, you can
You
GCD.
can
GCD,
GCDs.
but we're learning the
For
mechanics, so
now.
there's no point.
Yeah.
There's no point
Exactly.
in DPS.
Wait,
Yeah,
but,
it's
Okay.
obviously I'm excluding healers healing. Yes.
It's like for us, it's like what I did there for Zoe's benefit is I was looking at 1. I saw that B was going to go to 4 and 1 was going to go to C. So therefore 2 and 3 with the 2 of us. I turned my camera clockwise, found the first person I saw, 2, and just moved in a straight line towards them. And yeah, like it's pyretic, but it's not like a GCD killing pyretic. So if you want to
You
just
can still heal.
yeah, you can stop. I'm stopping glaring while I look at stuff during that. So if you want to do the same for Brawl, you can, but it doesn't mean you can't heal because I'm still popping out Medica 2s and shit. Repair check.
Okay, everyone ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Clockwise. Zone up.
You can do 3-1. It's
Brody.
fine.
Tank Buster, you can already pre-position. Be exactly on the cross section below you. Fires in. Move to fire. That was Zoe's
The
trigger.
UFO with been moved. So,
Pick
Was
this
that
case,
2 DPS
so it would have
mission?
gone to me, right?
Okay,
Zoe was
one
correct.
person at a time. Zoe was correct. Krieger should have moved to 1.
Is it always 1 DPS when support middle?
Yes,
Okay. Yeah.
that's why the strat works.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zoe, you were correct. You were going to the correct place.
Let's go.
3, 2, 1.
Go regain.
We are getting there.
Slowly but surely.
Yep.
For reference, this is also why Dragoon doesn't move anymore in their jumps.
I wasn't going to say it, but it wouldn't surprise me if using a movement locking jump during caloric movement meant it counted as 2 movement instances and just fucking killed you.
If I never move, it's very difficult.
I mean, it's only the normal jump that's fixed though. All the others still
Yeah.
move you.
Yeah.
But honestly, they do so many mechanics this tier already where moving high jump would have killed me.
Yeah.
Like the platforms alone in door boss,
East-west.
east-west. Some of the stuff.
East-west.
The one wire, I think. Yeah.
Cool. I'll go right.
Position. Fires in. Move to fires. No, not.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
It's not.
There's
So
somebody.
you gain a stack from this button. Nox should have moved clockwise.
Yeah, I should have, yeah.
Rhino jiggle, please.
Yeah, I was on my way to the spot where I actually was meant to go, and then I had to jiggle. So, yeah, that's what
Let's get jiggy with it.
Don't get jiggy with it.
East-west.
Ready to go Sled Sakura?
Provoked.
Thanks.
Donut. stand next to a blue one.
Shoot groups.
It's gonna be so much fun instead of Overwatch.
On what?
And the second one, it just flips the whole board.
Oh, north south. East west.
Getting. No.
Sort of tanker.
Just keep going.
Yep.
I'm racing Rye right now.
Thanks.
You can race Smiley maybe.
Position.
Reposition people. Fires in. Move to the fires. Fires move out.
No, I fucked it.
Here.
Mox, you weren't fire. You should have stayed.
Yeah,
So in
the
that
fire debuff
pattern-
made me think it.
If we go back,
Mhm.
we look at the little PowerPoint. This was pattern.
That
This one.
Yeah.
So the fire that was most outwards, they would have moved into the center, and the fire that was on the inner side of the 4-0, the one that's right of A in this image, they would have moved outward to the tip, and then the same would happen for the non-debuff people.
Fires were on 3 and 2 there, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
all swapped like one spot clockwise.
So 3 moves to middle with 1,
Yeah. And two
and
moves.
2 moves outwards.
No, no,
like
no, no, no,
what?
No,
No, the,
2
the,
moves
the,
the middle.
the stacks were on B, 4, 3, and 2. Fires were on 3 and 2. 2
No.
moves middle.
Nobody is on
No,
D
no.
at that point, Julia. Nobody's on D. We were
I said
on
B.
1, C,
I said
2,
B.
and 3.
Oh,
Yeah, 1 C, 2 and 3.
Yeah, that's what we had.
2 and 3 were the fires. So 3 moves to the middle with 1,
yes.
and 2
yes.
has to go outwards with C.
Yeah, just below D, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Question.
I thought we were on B, but doesn't matter. question.
Is jumping safe, or does it give you fire stacks?
Why the fuck would you jump?
I don't
See
know. I just wanted
what
to
happens
ask.
to be in the stack.
Yeah, because I was asking on the grounds of if you jump and debuff jumps with you, you can see that you're fire without having to check the debuff bar, which would be useful
You
for
don't
someone.
have to check the debuff bar. If you were air before, you're going to be air after. If you were fire before, you're going to be fire or no debuff after.
Okay.
You can also look at your fire stacks. If you have 4 already, don't move.
Okay.
Yes, if you have 4 stacks, you're going to stay still.
That is a good rule of thumb.
All right.
Okay, we going?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
If we want to do works, put somewhere else, but no.
We'll do. I think it's okay where it is now.
Peace west. East west.
It's the other one.
No.
No.
That's fine.
Pre-position. Fires in. Move to fires.
Four stacks, stay still. Gaming. Gaming.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh,
Fog.
now die.
Oh no, we die. Axe of flares. Support tank melee front, healer, and range south. Spread out after these. Or during these, I should say.
Good.
Spread out, spread out.
Except
Oh,
for
God.
One comment,
Oh,
the
fuck.
fires that were on C and 2, you should have moved outwards. Like you could have moved inwards, because I moved outwards as well. But if I moved inwards like you, then we would have been on top of each other. So you just move outwards in that case. But the movement was good.
No!
Let's talk about exaflares.
I think
There
it's
is...
what the next mechanic.
Sorry?
We should also talk about the next mechanic, I think.
Yeah, but let's talk about X-Flash first. Let me open it. 'Cause I didn't make anything for this. This one. So we have ourselves a nice arena. We have 2 manas, 2 tanks, 2 healers, 2 range. Okay. We're gonna have either 2 patterns of Axis Flares. Either the one we had, where they spawn like so. I think they spawn like this. They can also be mirrored like this.
That's correct.
Right? They can be mirrored like this, or like this. This was the case last pull. And then they just move diagonally through the room, right?
Yeah.
Okay?
They
After
start.
it, it's going to be spread. So we would have these exaflares. They start like this. You move next to them. So we have tank 1, M1, tank 2, M2, R1, H1, H2, R2, right? Stand next to your X-Flare. X-Flare goes off wherever the fuck they go. I think they go like this, right? Something like that. You move into them. Here only the mana moves in. Range moves, range moves, and you stand like so. In the end, okay? This is the first part. Everyone takes a spread. And then you have to dodge the extra flares that are coming for your ass. So this one would come for me, this one would come for you, this one would come here, I think. No. You have to dodge them. And then that's the mechanic over. The other possibility is that they start like this, and they move across the arena. Let me see if... I think I have clips of it.
It's the one I DM'd you, I think. If you haven't put it in the doc.
Did you?
That's the one when I told you that that pattern existed. You said, because you hadn't seen any VODs of it.
So this is the other pattern. Just watch it.
Can you post the links in chat?
Yes.
Was my discussion is
The link is in raid. So this is, don't worry about the shit that they're doing beforehand. I don't think this is a pattern.
It
for
is.
resolving
It is. It's.
No, it's...
This is him resolving. It's just him showing his downtime burst window beforehand. Here we are.
Here, look, this is the other pattern. So you stand on the side. So in this case, they start like so. Like so. So we would just have healer 1, R1, T1, T2. Right, you would stand like this. And then they would move away and you would spread. Like so. Right?
Mhm.
And then you would dodge the exaflares coming for your ass. That's the idea behind exaflares. No confusion about that, right? We have seen exaflares a billion times, moving game. The next mechanic, there's a raid wipe first, of course, because healers haven't healed enough. It's called Pongnesis, and as someone in Encounter Room put it, it's a single player game. You don't look at anyone else, you look at yourself, and that's all you're looking at. What's gonna happen? A bunch of debuffs are gonna go out. A bunch of debuffs are gonna go out. Here you can see them. You either have nothing. White mage over here, they have nothing. The dancer has nothing, right?
Wiggle check.
Sorry?
Wiggle check before we
Wiggle
get
check?
insta-skicked.
Yes. So the white mage and the dancer here have nothing. You either have one stack, which is the tanks in this case, or you have 2 stacks and a color debuff. And then your color debuff can be long, 19 seconds, or short, 15 seconds. Okay, everyone sees this. Do I need to make a little screenshot for raid chat?
Might as well.
Everyone sees the debuffs. So nothing on White Mage and Dancer, 1 on the tanks, and then 2 with a color debuff on the rest. And the color debuffs are short and long. Let me grab the document out so I can actually read what I say. What's gonna happen? The 1 debuffs need to soak the first tower that appears. They're gonna appear east and west. So you just kind of pre-align yourself east-west, and you just move out for the towers. Towers. Ta-da! Okay, right? Then, if you are the single stack, if you gain a color debuff, if you gain one, you take the northern tower, the one at the boss. If you don't gain one, you take the southern one. Okay? So, our tank friend, they gain a debuff, they gain the white one, right? So they go north. Okay. Take tower, check again. Do they gain a debuff? No. No color debuff this time. They move straight forward. If they were to gain a debuff, they would have swapped towers to the left side. Okay, let's rewind that. So, Alice here, the paladin, they see they have a 1 debuff. So, they take the first tower. They check. Do I gain a debuff after this tower? If so, I go north. If not, I go south. They gain a debuff. They go north. Take the tower. Check again. Debuff? No. Go forward. Else they would have swapped. That makes sense? That's all you have to think about. Then, the 2 stacks with the short colors, they move into the southern tower of the opposite color. No, I say that wrong. But 2 stacks with the short color debuff, they move into the east-west towers, the first ones of the opposite color. So the tanks move out to east-west with their 1 debuffs. Then the towers appear. There's a white one on the east side. Now we go look through the list, and we see that the short 2 stack with a purple debuff is the sage. So the sage moves over to this tower. Sage sees it, I go over. Okay? But that's what they do. Then they check if they have a debuff, the sage. Do they have a debuff? They go north. Don't they have a debuff? They go south. They don't have a debuff. They go south. Take tower. They check again. Do they have a debuff? Switch towers. Do they not have a debuff? Go south. They have no debuff. They go south. And then on the other side, it's the exact same story for the 1 and the 2 with the short debuff. Now, let's look at the 2s with the long color debuff. They chill in the middle. First, the tower spawn, east and west. You might want to jiggle in game again. First, the tower spawns, east-west. The one stake that. Oh, someone pulled. Oh, good. First, the towers spawn, east-west, which the 1 stake, and then the 2s with the short debuff. So 1 stake it, 2s with the short debuff. Towers appear again. The 2s with the long debuff, they now move out to the southern towers of their opposite color. So the long debuffs, 2s that are remaining, are the Dragoon, I'm saying that wrong, are the Monk, and the Summoner. Now we see that the southern white tower is on our side. So the Summoner, who has the dark debuff, is going to go into that one. Right? You can see that. They take that. They check. Do I gain a debuff? If yes, I switch towers. If no, I walk forward. Summoner gains a debuff. They switch towers. Mechanic done. Same for the other side with the monk. Now there's one remaining, which is the 0 stack. If you don't have anything. Simply put, you pre-position in the middle, like next to each other, to indicate if you're going east or west. And then you take the northern second tower. So, first towers appear. The 2s with the short debuffs take the tower with the 1s. Check debuff, right? The 0s move into these northern towers here. Like the pre-positioned earlier, you can already see that a little bit. So you can see the dancer is standing here, and then the white mage is standing here-ish, right? Or wherever, not on the screen, on the left side, indicating they're going left. So they move into their northern towers. They check, do I gain a debuff? Yes, the dancer gains a debuff, so they switch towers. If not, they just go straight forward. So the only thinking you have to do during this mechanic is figuring out which tower you take. And then the thinking you do is, do I gain a debuff? If so, I go to the opposite tower. I switch towers. We can write it down very concisely, I think. So we have one stack goes first east-west. 2 stack short debuff goes first east-west opposite color. 2 stack long debuff goes second south towers opposite color, and the nothings go second north towers. Okay, I posted it in raid if you want that as a little cheat sheet. Does this make sense? Is there any confusion?
By swapping towers, you mean swapping the cover?
Well, you can look at it as a line. You can look at it as a line. Your initial thing, right, is you just for the yeah, I should explain it. I just do this. We have these towers will appear, right?
I can't see.
Oh,
That's fine.
I do in game.
No.
No, it's not. This is helpful for other people as well.
Mm-hmm.
These towers appear in game. Look at the markers, right? They are a little bit more forwards, but it's just to show it. A spawns first, which is the one stack takes, and the short debuff, the short 2 stack debuff, right? Their initial plan is to go south. They always go south. That is their plan. That is their line. They take every single south tower, except if they gain a debuff, a color debuff. If they gain a color debuff, they go north. That's for the first time. Then on every single tower afterwards, you just keep going straight forward. So if you go on B, you go into 2. If you're on 3, you go into C. Except if you gain a color debuff. If you gain a color debuff, you go into the other tower. So from 3 to 2 or from B to C.
Yeah.
Yes?
Okay. That will probably take a couple of rolls.
It's just, do I gain a debuff? If yes, I swap. If no, I go forwards. Then after that happens, the 0s still have to do something. Where is the video? Here it is. So we have the tower soaking. So I'm just gonna go run through the paladin's idea again. Paladin soaks tower. They want to go south. That's what they want to do. But they gain a debuff, so they go north. Now they want to go forwards. They gain no debuff, so they go forwards. Now everyone except for the 0s, the nothing stacks, goes south, at the edge of the boss's hitbox. And then the zeros, based on their initial east-west split, will take these tethers and run into the corners of the arena. Front left, front right. Right? You see it? Where they are? And then they explode for deformations. And then at the same time, a tank buster happens, which you already seen, the side cleave of the arena. So the person that is northwest in this case with the tethers, they shouldn't go all the way in the corner, right? They're slightly in front of the marker there. So they have time to run to the other side in front of the tank buster. See?
One
That's the
video,
entire mechanic.
one clear video did healer rescue, but obviously we don't want to place that responsibility on like a couple of people. Everybody has to know where to run.
Yeah. You can heal and rescue, maybe, if you see that it's possible. But like, don't rely on it. Make sure you just stand in front of B, and then run towards the safe side. The party will be standing here in this case as well, because there's less room on the left side of the arena, and the tank will take the buster on the left side of the arena.
Yeah, and that's
This
where
also
we
means-
use home, I guess.
Yeah. So the reason why home gang, I mean, it works, but it's kind of annoying, because the next you still have to dispel. And then otherwise the next auto just does a fuck ton of damage. Or you use what is the white mage spell?
Asuna?
Benediction?
Benny. Okay.
Benediction. You use Benediction like after the auto attack, which is quite a small window. So maybe you give him a shield ahead of time. Could work if you want. But yeah, sure. If you want to hold that.
No, I mean the buster after the tower mechanic, like that one.
Oh,
I'm not talking about the helm crash. I'm talking about the tentacle slam.
oh, they
Because
are
in
homing it.
the
Yes.
video they're homing it. So
Sure, you can home that one. That's easier. Okay. I think we just go.
Uh,
I have two more questions.
Okay.
The document has a line. After each tower taken, make sure to give a hug to a partner in the tower to pass on Kuron.
Yes.
Is it?
That I got told by Meru that it's a thing.
Okay, so you... I mean, it basically just means you
Oh.
step in the middle of the tower, right?
Yeah, so you stand in the center of your tower with the other person, so you like pass it over. That's a good call out. I forgot that was there.
yeah.
What was your other question?
It's for extra fast, actually. Would it make sense to put the healers in the middle? For the range corners? Just for healing?
What doing, right?
That's what you put on the diagram, yeah. You had healers mid and then you had ranged out.
Oh, in the document I have. Okay, let me change the document. You're right. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. Because I was just going to be walking out and then Shmali just dashed and I thought, oh, that's good. Then I just stayed here.
I'm also putting tanks mid because that's more likely you get hit there. So tank privilege, really.
Yeah.
So the lineup's exactly like I made in the raid plan. That's the goal, if there's no more questions.
Oh boy.
What a bunch of fun mechanics.
Indeed.
3, 2, 1.
I hate how unforgiving the one before is.
Below is freezing.
Honestly, caloric. For me, caloric looks easy compared to this tower shit.
This tower shit is gonna feel a lot easier.
You don't need to get used to it. The hard part is figuring out the starting point.
Yes.
Denizens of Nimbus, from
Bless you.
Move the fires.
I moved wrong, sorry.
Yep. Wee.
I gotta go clockwise from 1 instead of counterclockwise. I skipped over C for some reason in my head, that's me. Okay.
We go again. 3, 2, 1. I have drill up there, so if you want a bigger Atlas spread, just do it on me after the buster.
Back. Wire. East, west. North, south. God, that's another one to see.
I can put it out. My position is there to see it, I think.
Okay.
Riga has aggro.
At least this specific pattern, because it tanked into that's what I got my head.
Pre-position, fires go in. Box exactly on the intersection.
Yeah, so
Fires move out. You move the wall.
I think Zoe had to move straight north, huh?
Yep.
Let me double check the
That was a 3-1.
Oh yeah. But doesn't say anything.
Yeah, okay, fair.
Basically, you also have to think about who you're gonna pair up with, right? Like, if you're
Yes.
on D, and nobody's on 2, and you move out to D, like, who's gonna join you there without rocking the whole party?
I have a
Nobody.
screenshot.
Nobody can reach it.
Make it easy. Okay, so if you look in raid, you can see our setup there. So the one south in the bottom of the screen, bottom left, they have to move to the middle, right? Otherwise they can't partner with anyone. And then the one on the right, on the C marker, they have to partner with someone else. In this case, they walk towards D, and then no one can reach them. That's not good. So what they should have done is move straight north towards the next intersection there, like just in front of the boss, then the no marker on 1 would have joined Moon, and the no marker on B would have walked middle to join the one bottom south, or bottom left.
I think you need to move like 1.5 tiles there, because otherwise the arrow hits you. Okay.
You can move 2, that's
Just-
fine.
Or that,
Yeah, every
Same
move.
Exactly.
in one intersection.
Yeah. So you need to see these things as squares, basically, in that case. I can just actually make it even more clear.
And it's one diagonal or 2 broad straight lines.
This. And then wiggle in game.
Yeah.
Also foot check. And then let's go again.
Gear check as well.
Checking gear. Food is good. We are ready. 3, 2, 1.
Counterclockwise.
Vertical.
North south.
West, east to west.
I killed
Where's
us
the
both.
mouse?
My bad.
That's alright.
Tomahawk raising zone.
Already got some, alright. Q3.
Pre-position. Fires in. Stand exactly on the intercon. On the cross. To the fires.
No, I made a mistake.
So both the inner arrows were wrong.
Yeah.
Just wait for the outer ones to move.
Yep. Hey, 3, 2, 1.
Tank sandwich.
Dwyer. Can you do the spread lock through me after the first hit? Yep. Should be 17k.
Please twist.
Broke.
Sorry, oh.
Please twist.
Simple. I was too late.
Going left, left.
Thanks for doing it. Oh, ping.
Trying to find a red marker against the red effect. 3, 2, 1. Oak.
Okay.
Don't know.
Go now. Position. Fire move in. fires.
Nope. Okay, you fixed it.
Yeah, I just moved late. That's my bad.
Fine. It's fine.
4 stacks didn't move.
I guess I
Yep, that works. Almost.
Couple of more steps,
Um,
Zoe. So close.
Even if you moved late, whoever was in the middle should not have moved before. Like they should have seen that 4 is not where they're gonna go. Assume the arrows outside are gonna move clockwise. You see one spot over an arrow, you know they're gonna go to the fire. So don't go to that fire. But basically, if you're in the middle, solve the arrow movement in your head, like as they do it, as they are solving it in their head. Then you know where you're gonna have to look.
Right?
I think I had to go middle there because I wouldn't have made it to the arrow. I wanted to go closer. God, this is so weird.
There you go.
Sorry.
Just go. Just go. Basically have to think as a fire there. Is there a no debuff person next to me? Or
Yeah,
is
I
there a
just
no
didn't
debuff
saw
person next to the other?
the other arrow.
I was talking about Schmolly's situation.
Oh.
Counter. Donut.
South 7.
Other one looks. That side.
Other one? Nah.
This shit just do 12 million damage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It does,
every time
yeah.
they explode, they deal 12 million.
Oh my god.
Okay, put it like this. If you tank LB through that, that's a lot of HPS.
Yep. 3, 2, 1. I don't think tank LB
Tank
is
LB
enough.
doesn't count for HPS.
I know it's the LB's HPS. Rank 1 LB HPS. Leave the real fucking metric.
Vertical. Horizontal. Is it?
It was not horizontal. That's why I called north south. Oh wait, no, I just got double hit.
I was about to say, like, what the fuck was that?
This will hurt Panka Beam.
No, we're fine. Never mind.
Are we fine?
Just if you realize it, just take it back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ryan.
That's on me.
Don't have it on.
No, just walk off.
Nah, it's fine.
I thought it would be fine because I'd be able to get everyone to full, but I forgot that shields exist and I don't fucking have them.
I don't know what that is either. They're gone the second I cast them.
Fight do be like that.
3, 2, 1.
I misclicked us.
Understandable.
I miss Shiva Unreal.
Clockwise.
You'll have to check my logs. I love that fight.
That's fine. It's just gonna be as easy as P8. East-west. Might even be easier.
To see once you finish.
The other one was.
Thank you.
Got 3.
Go through it.
Let's be more careful where you aim these.
Great positioning is strong.
Fires in. Move to fires. Do I?
Just stand there. Maybe it's fine.
I think it was on Mox, because Dwyer got knocked away and that wouldn't have happened if he was on the debuff.
No. Dwyer got knocked away because he got hit by Mox's arrow. If you have fire for the first set of the mechanic, you're gonna have to either move for the second set. If you move for the first set, you're not gonna move for the second set. If you stand still for the first set, you're gonna move for the second set.
I'm gonna be real
Please
with
pay
you. I
more
had no
attention.
idea.
Hmm?
I had no
Don't
idea
worry,
where I had to go.
It's
Don't worry, I'm still learning myself as well.
I mean, do you want to go over it? Just-
Would be nice.
okay. Can we pull up the clip of that pull so we can go over what the movement should have been? Also, it has been like nearly 12 hours of raiding. We are getting a bit fatigued and stressed.
Yeah.
We only have 16 more minutes.
I would suggest we just pull and maybe I learn something from that, and then later on we
No,
can.
no. Look on the screen. It's gonna take like a minute.
Yeah, 1 minute of this and then we
More
can keep going.
valuable than a pull. Right? So the fires are in. People are moving for the winds. That is all correct movement. Right? So now, Dwyer, you know you have a fire. You're standing still. It means the next set of the mechanic, you're gonna move. No matter what happens, you're gonna move. You look above your head. You see a fire, right? You see another fire there. So we either can have the... No, not either. We're gonna have the fire that's on 1 move to the left here. You see the little thing here? You see my mouse?
Intersection, yes.
Yeah, the intersection. That's where the fire is gonna move. And the unmarked from B, the person that was fire on B but no longer is fire, they're gonna move to that intersection as well. On the other side, we do the same thing, but with this intersection. So this fire over here, they move there, and the person that was fire here, they move over there as well. That's the correct movement here.
Let's say if the fire not on if the fire was on 2, no, on C instead of 2, I would have gone to the
Nothing
left
changed.
regardless.
Yeah.
Yes, nothing changes.
Same.
The only change
If the
would have...
fire was on A instead, like I mean on B right now, I would have gone to the right side instead, right?
If the fire was on B, you would have moved here.
Okay.
And then C would have joined you, and B would have gone here, and the 2 from 2 would have gone here as well.
Alright.
Isn't can you bring it full screen? Isn't it possible to do this pattern by moving 2 to the middle and 1
Yes,
to the
but
north?
who are we going to decide who goes middle?
Also good question.
We just
Middle?
move out.
Yep.
If it's an even split, we move out.
It's best to avoid middle.
Was not correct.
Yeah.
Was not the
These
correct movement?
the movement from the center was not correct because Mox was going counterclock, I think.
No, Mox was
Right,
going to 1.
or-
No?
Yeah, I went to 1.
Okay, yeah, and the next one was C.
Oh, yeah, no,
so
never
I
mind.
went
Yeah, no, never mind. I'm stupid. Never mind.
It's okay. Yeah.
Can we set a movement priority for the classical shit with the shapes? Because we had 3 people north and AoEs are overlapping. If the group that is all the way on the left column goes south of their spot, and the group that's all the way east on the column goes south of their thing, and the inner ones go north, so that we never have more than 2 people north and south for each of them. Then we remove the whole issue of overlapping AoEs with too many people on one side.
That's kind of
Also-
longest tier if the people that are outer are standing here and here.
Just always do pre-positioning there.
Yeah, just
No, because
pre-position. You
the-
can be 3 people on the same side. Just pre-position. So, see, Mox, Stella, and me, we pre-position, right? Standing in front of the big bad thing, right? Pre-position. AoEs drop. Mox stands still. Stella and me just move to the sides. Done.
It also worked.
Yeah.
And I also moved here because, you know, more room.
More
Yeah.
space.
You can aim all the AoEs like to the outside of where it drops. It can be tight for the movement on 2 people who are like in between, but like they're not wide. They're not wide enough that you can't do that, so to speak. Anyway, let's get our instance over with.
Yeah, at 12 minutes.
Yep.
Pulling 3, 2, 1.
East west.
Aggro.
Tagging. Go.
Donut. Coming in. Move to fires. Jump.
You get arrow or do you move too far?
So we got knocked off by not moving too far, not far enough.
Okay, we go again.
Gotta be exactly on the intersections.
Yeah, but what's is probably a little bit too far. Oh. Just a tiny bit.
There's room for error, but it's like one step.
Yeah, it was just one.
Smoke.
Thanks.
East west. Donut.
From base element is greatness forged.
Cool.
Preposition.
According to my design.
To the fires.
You can't go there. Oh, wait, you can. I fucked it up.
Nope. Yeah, it should have been just south of D.
Yeah, I thought it was a 3-1 but it was 2-2.
That's okay.
Jesus Christ.
And do one more.
Simply
3,
yeah.
2, 1.
The way how I think about that pattern is the long tail goes center, is how I think of that pattern.
But there was no center there,
Why not?
because both could have moved out.
No, but you have one that's 2 spots and one that's 1 spot. And the one with 2 spots can just like move out. If you have C in 2 and 4, 2 can go center and 4 can go like out. That's what I meant more.
Good one.
We go again.
I mean,
We go. Yeah, instant.
I don't think we should
Talk about this
add-
after the lockout. I have no idea what's going on.
It's not adding anything, it still resolves the mechanic how we intended.
No,
Two,
no, it's
one.
adding thinking.
It's
Counter. East west.
One of second columns. You're both on triangles.
Wait, did I have beta?
Well, I had A, so probably.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Don't look at the color of the debuff. I fell for that trap before.
It's
2 minutes. Yeah. Well, it's the can do classical if nothing else.
Yeah. Clockwise.
Counter.
No, it's counter.
Counter. Oh, sorry. That's what I meant, but I spoke wrong.
Walking 3, 2, 1.
Thank you.
North, south.
That is a horrible pattern to find out.
South. Okay.
Take position. No.
Good sign.
That's decent prog, I want to say, because after this it's an easier version of caloric theory where we don't have to think about where we move. And just classical concepts again, but flipped.
Yeah, that's the hot potato
and
theory,
a UAV,
right?
but sorry?
That's the hot potato one, right?
Yeah, the hot potato one is caloric theory too.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna suggest that we're gonna talk through the rest of the strats for part 2 now, and that we're gonna practice with caloric 1 movement the rest of tonight. So we don't have to do that tomorrow in lockouts. And tomorrow we just repeat in short what we discussed tonight, and we have more time to actually do the fight. And if we're done, we can maybe go to bed early.
Okay.
Do you
good.
agree with that?
I didn't quite get what what you want to do now.
We're gonna talk about the rest of the mechanics of the fight, and then
Yeah.
we're gonna practice with the caloric 1 movement.
What does that mean? Like
Yeah. Practice
In
how?
the-
Practice.
in the elevator or like?
I think I'm just gonna draw it up in raid plan, and then we
Oh,
can talk about the
okay,
movement.
okay.
Like we don't have to actually go into the instance. So we talked about towers. Do we want to talk about that again in short?
Would
I think
be
it's
nice.
yeah.
I
Okay.
I think I'd like to see it just from a different perspective as well, because
Yes. Let
for me
um,
that sounds like the hardest mechanic of the fight.
You just have to understand, yeah, where you're moving. Let me see. Can you guys? What are you guys watching?
We are currently
Watching you.
Watching
watching.
my stream.
Yeah, we were watching the stream of your stream.
Huge fan.
You're watching me stream. Watch my stream.
Hmm.
This is part 1. I wanted part 2. Cool. I believe they use the same strat. We want.
Wait, wasn't Exit playing Summoner this tier?
He swaps the Black Mage for the last fight.
Ah, okay.
We have our assignments based on our debuffs. The important thing is that you know which tower you're going to take. The 1-stack debuffs, right? You can think of the 1 as in I am taking the first tower. That's a good reminder, I think. If you have a 1, you're taking the first tower. So Exu here has a 1, and the Scholar has a 1. They're moving up, right? Standing next to the Scholar. They're indicating whether they're going left or right. So Scholar's going right, Exu's going left.
It doesn't matter where you go, right? As long as you know where you want to go.
As long as you don't go to
that
the
is.
same side as the other 1-stack,
Okay.
right? So you just line up and you decide where you go. Exu goes here. We're just gonna continue from Exu's point of view for now, right? So Exu takes the tower, and his goal right now is to take the Severn Tower. That's what he wants to do. That's his path. His predetermined path. I am taking south. The only thing that can change that path is if he takes a debuff. So he takes the tower, and he takes a debuff. So he's going north instead. Right? He takes the tower, and he wants to go forwards, which he's gonna do unless he gets a debuff. He gets a debuff, so he swaps. Okay. Did that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. We are gonna look at the long twos. So 2 stacks, you're either gonna have, or we're gonna look at the short twos, sorry. 2 stacks, you're either gonna have a long stack or a short stack. If you have a short stack, so right now in the party list it's the 8 seconds, right? You know you have to take the first tower because yours is gonna expire first. You just walk forwards a little bit and you look which tower has the opposite color of your debuff. Right now a white tower spawns. So the short person with the dark debuff has to come here. Now in this case that's the Bard, because they have the short debuff, 2 stacks, and the dark color. So the Bard comes over, takes the
So
tower.
we want to
with
pay
them.
attention to the lower half of the tower, essentially, to indicate where we need to go for the lower debuffs.
No, you look at the line around it.
Oh, okay.
The line around it is going to indicate which color tower it is.
Okay.
Right? Now he wants to go south. If you take the first tower, you always want to go south. Unless you get a debuff. Nova here doesn't get a debuff. He goes south. He takes the tower. Does he get a debuff? Yes. So instead of moving forward, he switches. If he didn't get a debuff there, he just would have moved forward. Okay. That makes sense?
Yes.
The reminder for the first towers, if you have a 1-stack, you take the first tower. If you have a 2-stack with a short debuff, you take the first tower. Then, 2-stack with the long debuff, you take the second tower. the Sovereign one, which is the opposite color of your first. Of your buff. I'm speaking wrong. So you're standing forward. There is a way to know which is which, where it's gonna spawn in advance. You don't know that one, what it is, but you can also just look here. So you see the second tower, the Sovereign one is white. So the long 2-stack with the dark debuff has to take that tower. In this case, that's the Ninja. Ninja takes the tower, and they want to go forwards. They want to go forwards. Unless they get a debuff. The Ninja does not get a debuff, so they go forwards. That's the mechanic resolved. That one makes sense? Do you want to watch that one again?
Yeah, I'm gonna need need more guidance on the long debuff.
Okay, so if you are a 2-stack with the long debuff, you wait to see the second towers appear. And then you walk into the Sovereign one. So you have to imagine north is left right now, right?
Mm.
So you walk into the Sovereign one of the opposite color of your debuff. So Jackal here has a dark debuff, so he wants to go into a white tower. Into a south white tower. Which in this case is the one on his left. So he walks into that one. And
Yeah,
then for the next tower, it is the third tower. It's the exact same movement for every single one. You walk forward, unless you get a debuff, then you switch.
Yeah, the determining which long debuff goes which side. Like Chuckle and Tusi both have the long debuff. They both have 2 stacks. How do they know which one goes west and which one goes east?
Tower color.
You see, they have a different color, right?
Yeah,
One is
that's
white, one is dark. They
Yeah.
look at the south towers. The one on this side is white. The one on the other side is dark. So Jackal goes with his dark debuff into the light one, and TC goes into the light, into the dark one with his light debuff. Just like in part 1.
Yeah, so the way they decide whether to go east or west with their debuff is the first tower color.
Yes.
Okay. And you want you want the opposite. So Jackal here is going towards the white tower, and that's determining whether
No.
to go east or west.
Well,
No.
it does technically work like that. So if you want to think it like that, that's fine.
Does it work though? I
The-
thought it
Yeah.
depends on the second tower,
it
right?
works. It works like that because the way the second tower's color is predetermined based on the color of the first tower.
Oh, okay.
So you can think of it like that if you want. If that helps you, go for it.
Yeah, so here Jackal says they have the take a couple frames back, and even more, 2 more frames, I guess. I'll let-
That's not true. You want to see it here.
This one,
Right.
yeah. So here Jackal says that they have the red debuff, so they want the white one, the white side, the side of the arena with the first white tower. So Jackal goes towards the white tower here, but they don't go into it because they have the long debuff.
Yes.
Okay.
And they just wait for the second one because they have the long debuff.
Yep.
And the short debuff does the same, but he goes into the first one because they have the short debuff.
Yep.
Okay, that's those
I-
two cleared up.
Don't see them hugging for.
We'll cover that in a little bit. I just want to continue
Okay.
with the 0. The 0 people, they do the exact same thing as the 1 people. So if you don't have any markers, you just line up with your partner. I don't know if you can see it here. You can see Ophelia here, right?
Yeah.
Which has no, they don't have a buff. or a debuff.
So they
and
move to the middle and pre-positioned, showing
Yes.
their partner which way they're gonna go. Okay.
Yeah, together with the paladin, who is standing on the other side of the red marker there.
Mm.
So one is indicating I go left, the other is indicating I go right. And they always take the northern second tower. So they take the north second tower. And then afterwards, for the next tower, it's the same as every single roll, every single assignment. You go forwards, that's your goal. If you gain a debuff, you switch. So, fella here, Ophelia doesn't gain a debuff, so she just goes forward. And then they're already east-west spread, so they're grabbing the tethers on whatever side they were spread out to. And they put them in the corner. And I believe they use the rescue.
No, tank's the
Oh.
one in the corner.
Oh,
so
right,
it's
because the
fine.
tank that has taken it is already in the corner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Um,
the zero stack ones are supposed to be the tether baits, essentially.
Yes. They take the tethers from the party. The party stacks south, so all the tethers go to the party, and then the zeros just take the tethers.
All right.
Okay, and then does everyone understand the movement, where your first tower is, and why you're switching towers when you do it?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yep.
Should be good.
Then one key thing that is important is you see these DNA debuffs. Right? People have these little
Mhm.
DNA things throughout the thing. That's because the 0 and the 1s that people have indicate how many times they basically have to pass over their DNA. Kind of like high concept, where you have to hug someone, right? You don't have to seek out the person to hug. The person to hug comes to your tower. So if you go to the right tower, the person is there as well, because they have to go to the same tower. So you see Exu here, and Nova, and when they get close, you see like a little purple line between them, a little DNA line. I can make a screenshot so everyone can see maybe a little bit more clearly.
Yeah.
You see a little purple DNA line between them. That's indicating that they're being like hugged, tethered. They just stay close while they're soaking the tower. And then when they are done soaking the tower, the little thing will be resolved. And they move to the next. And then the same thing happens here. There's a little purple thing between them. And then they move forwards. And the same thing happens here. They just stand on top of each other. And then they pass over the debuff. There's no thinking required. You just stand on top of each other in the tower.
How sensitive is that to proximity? Like, is it failable inside the tower?
Yes. Let's see where it starts. It's like
It's failable, but you have to pay attention to fail it actually.
yeah, look, this is where it snapshots on. So you can see Nova is like 1 step inside and Exu's like 2 steps inside. So
Yeah,
if
so
you're
if
standing
they
on
were
like,
opposite,
the color things, then you should be fine, but just stand in the middle of the tower and there's no problem.
yeah. So if you want to fail that, you have to be exactly opposite inside the tower.
Yes. But
Okay. We don't want to fail it, obviously.
just go into the middle of the tower.
yeah.
Okay. This is this mechanic, the tower mechanic. It's that easy, right? We just have to learn which tower which it's our first tower, and then we have to either swap if we get a debuff, or go forwards if we don't have a debuff. And again, forwards for the first tower is south. Okay. I'm gonna move on to the next one. Classical concept 2.
Palladian Grasp is the tank buster that's happening in the beginning as well, right?
Yeah, so that's at the end
But-
of the.
Yeah. I think you actually have to change that on the top of the document then, because it says Crush Helm as the first tank buster as well. But
Oh,
that should be a Palladian Grasp then.
you are correct. Okay. So what's the funny thing about this it works the exact same way, right? So we have classical concept 1. We are masters at that. We can dream that, no problem. Now there's classical concept 2, electric boogaloo. And what's different about classical concept 2 is that the orbs are gonna mirror onto the other side of the arena. So if your orb is here on the top left between the red one and the blue one, it's gonna go all the way across to the bottom right between the red one and the blue one. So on this diagram you can see, I think maybe it's better if we watch it first.
That graphic is so confusing for me.
Yeah, okay. So you're gonna solve it like normal. You do your pre-positioning like normal. So circles go left in this case. This person is circle. And you're gonna figure out where you're standing for your orb. Right? Once you figure that out, you book it to the other side. So Alice here is standing on the southern side left. Right? It's gonna mirror, so they're gonna have to stand on the right side north when the mechanic goes off. So you see this cost bar at the top? That's when you have to be on the other side. So the summoner and Alice here know where they have to place themselves to block the orbs. So they're just not gonna run over. They're like, okay, we know, let's go. And they swap around. And then you can see that the arena mirrors. And this diagram is going to show you, if you're standing in one of those colored circles, where you're going to have to go when the arena mirrors. So red goes to red, dark blue goes to dark blue, light blue to light blue, purple to purple, pink to pink, yellow to yellow, orange to orange.
One thing that may help with this is that bring up the picture.
The movement is always diagonal.
Every position on this goes through the middle gray one. Like it doesn't matter where you're standing. You aim your camera at the middle one and you book it straight through that to the opposite side of the arena.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so if we're gonna take the dark green one, for example, I'm gonna draw a line through it. And I'm gonna put that in red. This is what Mox means. That's a good way to look at it, I think. Because it's gonna flip around around the middle, around the center, and gray is center, so that's good.
I assume you have to go to the normal unflip position first because of the tether.
No, the tethers
No,
will
no, no.
spawn after they, right?
No,
Yeah.
your tether, you connected to your partner still, right?
Yes, so
Yes.
you move with your partner first to how normally the mechanic goes, and then you look which position am I blocking. When you figure that out together with your partner, then you move as a pair to the other side.
Ah, okay. Now I was
So-
just thinking if I could just instantly move to the resolved position.
No, because your partner is going to the unresolved position. So here they're going to the fake position. Oh no, I am too far forward. Here they're going to the fake position, figuring out, okay, so I have to block this one, I have to block this one. Okay, we know. Okay, let's move to the other side and flip. So they're moving straight through gray, and then the other side they flipped. And then, bloop. Hey, this is the exact same thing that they saw earlier. And that's how the mechanic resolves.
It also
that make
has
sense?
the cleaves as well, I
Mhm.
think.
Yeah. It has
Paladin
the
Ray coming up.
proteins.
No, this looks a bit too simple to be like a
It's-
later mechanic.
Yes, that is
It's
what it
literally
is.
the same but different. That's
Hold
literally
on
what it is.
until we get to the next mechanic. Can I
This-
move on to the next mechanic? Or
Real quick, like this mechanic is easy because we know how it works, but when solving it for the first time, I bet this one took like 10
Yeah.
pulls, at least.
Yes.
Gonna need to take a quick bio break.
Okay. Do you already know hot potato?
Yeah, we went over it this morning or
I'm
last
gonna
night.
start with. I'm gonna start
Yeah,
with
you
hot
can
potato.
start.
Hot potato is the nickname for caloric theory 2.
For a good reason.
For a good reason. Has anyone here not played hot potato, or do they not know what hot potato is? Good, great. We all had a childhood. What we're gonna do is we're gonna stand like this. This is our spread position. Our first position, your static position, where you're starting. Me in the middle, and this is H1. This is important. Dwyer, right?
Me.
You.
I'm always south-ish.
What's gonna happen? One person is gonna get given a fire marker above them. One
They get
person
the
is gonna
potato.
get given a no, not yet. Before
Okay.
that, one person gonna get given a fire one. The other 7 are gonna get given a wind one. The fire one wants to be in the middle, where the caster is right now, and then the caster here is gonna adjust, gonna swap with them. So, let me just see. Hot potato. Are they using our strat? They are using our strat. So here you see the green things and the red one, right? And they got lucky because the red one was already in the middle. So they're standing exactly like we're standing. They might have different positions assigned, but that doesn't matter. The red one is in the middle. The red one is in the middle, and the green ones are on the outside. Just like here. Okay? Then all these debuffs are gonna go off, and one person is gonna get a big red one. Like in Caloric Theory 1. A big red one. And I wanna pass that around. So what they're gonna do is they move diagonally towards the next person, clockwise.
Throw pig? I've not heard of that, but good to know.
Here is gonna move clockwise to the tank. That tank is gonna move clockwise to the range. The range is gonna move to the melee to the healer to the healer, the healer to the melee, and then the melee finally is gonna go inwards. Okay? So this is how it would look like for this pattern. Tank moves up, an AoE spawns first around the person, and then the tank moves up. They pass over the hot potato, an AoE spawns, they move out, and the tank with the new tank with the hot potato moves to the ranged. The other tank just moves out. The range takes the hot potato, AoE spawns, tank moves out, range moves further. Pass over the hot potato. Range moves out, melee moves further. Pass over hot potato, melee move out, healer move further. Pass over the hot potato, healer move out, healer move further. Pass over the hot potato, healer move out, melee move in. Pass over the hot potato, middle goes north, and the other person goes south. Mechanic done.
Important to note.
Yes, this movement is strict.
We have the same movement limitations as we do for
That's
caloric 1.
why we're standing in this like hexagonal shape on the exact intercardinals, or on the not on the intercardinals, on the exact cross sections.
Yeah, it's just the markers again, isn't it?
Yeah, basically. But we have, instead of the 2 tanks in the middle, they're now assigned somewhere, and the caster's in the
Yeah.
middle, and the healer is fucked off somewhere else. This is you, Stella.
Okay. The tanks
This
will be
is
out of
right.
healing range.
This is right. This
Yeah,
is.
We are the healers.
Okay.
This is Kayla, right? We know that? Good. So the hot potato can spawn on anyone. Say it spawns on the melee here. Right? It's just gonna move like this. Melee moves forward. Gives over the hot potato to the tank. Tank moves forward, melee moves out. Hot potato to the tank. Tank moves out. Tank moves forward. Hot potato to the range. Range moves out. Or tank moves out. Range moves forward. Give hot potato. Range moves out. Melee moves forward. Gives hot potato. Melee moves out. To the healer. healer moves out, and then the healer moves in, gives it, and then the caster moves forward, and the healer moves south, and end of mechanic. Right, so no matter how we start, it's always going to be clockwise, except for one scenario, but let's just do more clockwises. It starts on the melee here, melee gives over, melee moves out, healer moves over, healer moves out, healer moves over, healer moves out, melee moves over, melee moves out, tank moves over, tank moves out, tank moves over, tank moves out, range to here, caster north, range south, mechanic done. So you just
And we let it play once.
yeah, it's important to realize where the hot potato starts, and then if you're behind it in a clockwise fashion, so the melee in this scenario, you're going to be moving inwards at the end. The one exception is this healer, because if they move clockwise, it's going to end on this healer, and they cannot move to the caster. So if it's on this healer, we're going to move counterclockwise. But this healer is Dwyer, and Dwyer knows what to do if that happens.
Yes, I would go counterclockwise to the first
You would
healer,
move.
then
You move to the other healer. Yeah. So
Yes.
it would just
And
go
to-
like this.
And you loudly scream in voice chat.
And of course, if Dwyer ends up with the first fire, then I go there, and I also know what to do.
oh, okay. So in this case, okay.
I had a
Right.
sudden, very cursed thought, which I'm going to bring up just so I can make sure that it's not a viable strategy. Does rescue increase stacks by more than one?
Probably. But
We do
don't
not care.
I'm not going to test it. I'm just
do the strategy.
yeah, of course.
Just
I've been awake for 12 hours.
Oh.
It's too long for me.
Okay, let's watch the clip.
I think
Yes.
one thing that can make it slightly easier is, can you go to the red plan again?
Yes.
I think for moving out, you can just continue your movement that you did to pass your potato. So
Not,
you never have to turn, basically.
not for the range on not for them, or for the healer
Why not?
too.
So the range, you can't continue moving. So if you
Oh, yeah,
pass,
I
you have
guess.
to go out. And for this healer as well,
Okay.
if you pass, you have to go out. For the rest, it would work, kinda. But yeah. Okay. Does everyone understand the concept
Oh,
of the
I am
mechanic?
that ranged. Great.
You are that
Just
range.
one question to the one exception when the middle one, in this case, you would get the hot potato first. We both would swap
I can't.
positions, right?
I can't. So we start off spread like this. We
Yeah.
get the little green markers and the red marker. The red marker goes middle, and me in the middle, I will swap with the red marker. So it's always like this. And then the hot potato gets given out. So let's just watch it. In this case, they are already standing correctly, so there's no swapping. But say the red marker would start on Eve here, north, right? Then Eve
Yeah.
and the monk would swap. So at the end of the cast, hot potato gets given out. And hot potato starts behind us, right? So we are going to be moving in at the end. It's going to get given clockwise. Hot potato gets given over. Why are you not looking at the hot potato? Hot
I'm
potato gets
looking.
given over. Hot potato gets 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 given over. Move in. Hot potato gets given over. And they move south and north. And the mechanic.
I love it how the monk in the middle just has to trust everyone because they
Oh,
cannot
that's-
move.
Okay?
Let it play once more and just like let it play completely, no stopping. Just look at the monk in the middle.
He's just vibing. He's having the
They're
time
just
of his
vibing.
life. He gets to do his rotation without interruption. He's just vibing.
I don't know.
What,
Those
what helps
AoEs look
here-
kind of close.
what helps
Look-
here
look
and
at
what
Duklin.
Alice is doing is position your camera to where you're gonna move ahead of time. Like you know where you're gonna have to move all the way at the start.
Oh, he didn't move in a straight line. How dare you?
Had to dodge the AoE. How dare he? I
Does
think
anyone
if go on.
not understand the mechanic?
I mean, this is probably the easiest mechanic in the fight.
Right.
Pretty much.
But it's still as strict on movement as
Like,
the first.
yeah, like from understanding the mechanic, I think it's the most simple, but execution it's still gonna be like strict.
Well, we already know how to move from the first time we see this mechanic, so it's going to be less of a big deal.
Yeah.
After this, it's exaflares again, and then we have UAV 2, which is slightly different. Let's just watch the exaflare dodge actually.
Yeah, I was going to ask
Um,
about that, just so I can see the game properly.
So this is the tank, so he's going to dodge north. He sees the 2 exaflares north, he's going to stand in between. This is the tank that's going right, I believe. So he's going right. They spread out, and then he sees the exaflare coming for him. This person is a mad lad, and they dodge
Ye-
into it. But you
JP
just-
exaflares.
They could have dodged towards 2 as well, to the north side of 2. It would have been fine. Like,
That-
that's
Does
just how the mechanic works.
Position of the proximity markers depend on the exaflare pattern?
Yes, so you have this pattern, which has
Yeah,
the
I assume
exaflares north,
the
south.
flares are.
This is hot potato.
Yeah.
So you have the exaflares north-south. The proximity markers are then east-west. And if the exaflares are east-west, the proximity markers are north-south.
Okay.
So it doesn't really matter. You just go in between your exaflares. And then they are a non-issue.
It's always
Okay,
tanks.
so that's the... Yeah, so what you basically do for this exaflares, big brain moment, you stand in between the 2. Then you, and as they go off, you dodge into your spread position. You stay spread. And then you just look behind you, because there's always an exaflare coming for your ass, and you just step out of the way. That's it. That's exaflare.
Basically, just one
the
exaflare
exaflares
dodge, right?
are.
Yes. So you step into the exaflare, and then you dodge away.
Yeah, so the exaflares
So-
are always positioned in a way that after your dodge, there's an exaflare coming for you, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
So they spread out. There's an exaflare coming for his ass. So they could now either move left or right, or straight through. If you're
They
a
do
mad
both?
person, I go straight through, right? So that's just how that works.
Can you go?
Exaflare.
Can you back to the proximity AoE?
It is worth noting with
Couldn't-
our strats that we have tanks and melees always north, healers ranged always south, regardless of whether we're dodging north, south, or east-west. We just split them like parties if it's east-west dodges.
Yeah, if it's east-west, then we have healer 1, T1, and R1 go west, and R1, R2, T2, M2, and H2 go east. And you
Yeah.
stand in between the exaflares, just similar like this, and then you line up alongside the east-west wall. We had an image for that somewhere, I believe. Was it here? No.
Yeah,
was it
in
here?
the image, I think you put DPS towards the wall and the tanks and healers like in between them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
the
So if
good
it's
positioning.
north-south, the DPS are in the corners, and the supports are in the middle. If it's east-west, the DPS are in the corners, and the supports are in the middle. And then you of course have melees north, and tanks north, and healers south, and range south.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
A question about this moment. Couldn't Alice, the paladin here, couldn't Alice move straight to northeast here, like after the
I
explosions
think it
go
would
off?
take slightly more damage from the.
Like a tank could maybe, but a DPS can't because they're way closer to the flare.
Yeah, true.
Okay. And then let's just talk about UAV 2. Let me get my notes.
Couldn't even make an actual UAV.
Yeah,
So
just
in
turning a
UAV
small.
2, we have to break chains again. So we do DPS north, support south, and there's only going to be one ad. And at the same time, there's going to be a tentacle.
Mm. Wait, at the same
So-
time?
you'll see.
Ad, there's one ad. They're shooting from top right to bottom left. and then there's going to be a tentacle. So they're waiting. Now they see the tentacle. So in this case, it's north-south, right? So they're just dodging north-west, southeast to break their chains.
Oh.
And then
Oh, and
there's
then
spreading out.
the AoEs are after that. Okay.
Yes. That's just
I
the
assume
mechanic.
that can't be a donut because that wouldn't work. So it's either vertical or horizontal.
Yeah, and the ad can be anywhere, except for the exact same line that the
Are you certain donut is not possible on this?
You wouldn't be able to break
Um,
chains safely.
doesn't make a lot of sense because you can't break chains.
Kayla was
That's true.
asking if the movement is still as strict as with the first one.
That was.
Yeah, that's for the hot potato mechanic, and I already said yes,
Oh, okay.
just as strict. And then there was this, so it's a role split now. Either DPS get tethered or supports get tethered. You go opposite of your tethered ad, and then we just have our regular clock spots adjusting clockwise to stand in front of a tether if you are not tethered. So we can see here Alice gets tethered, they go opposite of their ad, and we can see people now standing in front of the people, question mark, in front of the tethered people. The DPS are standing in front of the tethered people. And the way that you're going to determine that is you go to your clock spot. If there's no one there, you just move clockwise until you find someone.
And we just do world partners, like
Oh, we
DPS
could do
support
that as
partners.
well. Yeah, sure. That's maybe a better idea.
Yeah.
actually.
So like if Shimani got tether, I just follow Shimani.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll do partners from part 1. So Meadwire, Shmali, Stella. I don't know the tanks. You know you guys know each other, right?
Mox and Rye.
Kayla, Krieger. Yes. Okay, we'll just do that. And then the second time it's the opposite. Oh, it seems like they're also doing role partners. And then it's a raid wide, and then
Yeah.
red enrage.
Yeah. Expedient would be incredible for that because the first laser to the second raid wide I think is 20 seconds or less. So that would cover both movements, both raid wides. And the sprint would get the first one.
Expedient's
No,
movement
the-
speed
the
is only
speed-
10 seconds.
It is, but I bet
Yeah,
we
the
can all
movement
sprint for
speed's
the
fine,
second
yeah.
half at least. And it's still 10%
Sure.
lit.
So exact same as the first UAV. For the first time we use Expedient, and the second time we use sprint.
Yeah.
Any questions about any mechanic? Anything unclear?
Can you just let the second UAV play out
In its
in
entirety?
real time once? Yeah. I can look at it later as well. It doesn't.
Oh
Just want
no,
to see
you pressed
play
the
out
go
once.
back 5 seconds button too much and it broke.
Okay, so we'll watch from here.
JP exaflares. If only people in PF didn't try to do that in UCOP. Every single time I tried to get totems in PF.
Rage.
I go mid.
Then you finally get the golden with a party and then they fuck up exaflares.
Okay. You're gonna get chained together, so you look for the ad, so you know you're dodging away from the ad. So you're dodging away from the ad. And then they're looking for the tentacle. They're waiting, looking for the tentacle. North-south tentacle. And then they're spreading out. And they're gonna do their role partners with tethers. If you don't have a tether, you stand in front of your partner. Stretch the tether directly across. Now the same story, move slightly mid so it's easier. Look at your partner and their tether. Follow your partner. And then stack up for a raid wide.
I just timed it. The mitt from Expedient would cover both lasers and the first raid wide, but not the second raid wide, so I can temperance the 2 raid wides and the second lasers, for example.
Are there any questions? Still no? Cool.
No.
Let's practice a little bit. Looks like this. Question. This.
You need one more
Um,
column, I think.
One more column? No, it makes it squares that way. Maybe one less. Yeah, one less. That's it. Fire. That's not the button I wanted to press. Fire. Fire. Do we have to practice for the initial arrow movement? I think we're doing that fairly clean, right? It's just after the first set of the mechanic is done that we have to practice, okay? And then we have a nobody. Nothing? Roll? Yeah, a roll. Sure, we use this.
I mean, there's a guitar or something. You could be using that.
Well, this is just a person.
Just
Okay.
just a dude. He's just here.
So let's do this. Let's do this. This. Make it slightly smaller in this. Dwyer.
Top one should be
No.
a bit higher.
Dwyer.
Yeah.
What is the movement?
If I'm north, like a north person, or
Just for all of them. We'll just mark them 1, 2, 3, 4. Who does what?
we're talking about the first theory, right?
Yes.
I think nobody with fire goes between 2 and 3. And
Which one?
Fire.
Which one? Give me a number. Give me a number.
What number?
There's numbers next to them.
Okay,
This
fire
is a
2
nobody, this
and
is a
nobody
nobody.
3. Nobody 3 and fire 2 go north, between 2 and 3 in that upper corner, I think. Fire 1 and nobody 4 go to middle.
Yes, this is correct. Stella,
Hello?
what do people move?
2 and fire 2 and nothing 3 go north. Fire 1 and nothing 4 go south of 1. In this situation, you always want to leave middle free
Yes.
unless you have to use it.
Exactly. Krieger, who moves what?
One goes south, 4 goes west. 3 goes north, 2 goes east.
Well, yeah, the tiling doesn't match, but yeah, you would do like this. Yeah, good. Not really that many other patterns, is there? There's like
3-1 maybe?
this. I guess this is a pattern.
Yeah, that's a possible
Mox?
pattern.
Put the other fire on 2.
So,
Hmm.
sure, Mox.
Fire to fire to north. Hold on. Yeah, north. Fire to northeast and now by 3 north.
Okay.
And the distance between 4 and 1 seems kind
Yeah, don't worry about the
of
distance.
huge.
It's about the movement. It's about which way move who moves where.
Yeah, in this case, 1 and 4 would come together in the middle.
Yes. And why? Why do we move like this?
Because there's no way 4 is making anywhere to either of the fires.
I was more
If-
thinking
if-
about
That's
why
not
don't we
correct.
do this, for example, and this.
Something clockwise.
Yes, clockwise. So if we were to go clockwise is this way. Right? And it's the fires that are moving. That's why. What's another good pattern? Which we haven't had yet. We had 2-2 at 4. I guess we can do another 4 like so. Like so. Sure. Right.
That looks very cursed.
Ooh.
Three goes north, 2 goes east, 1 and 4 go middle.
Yes, exactly. Because if this one would go middle, then this one can't have a nothing, right? And if this one would go middle, then this one cannot get there. One thing that helps me, if it's this split, is to just draw a line between them. Right? That's what helps me. So if we're ever split evenly, then you know you're gonna walk out with your fire or non-debuff person, always out. And then if it's together, then you have to figure out who is gonna get in trouble if they don't move mid. Basically. I think that's basically all patterns, right?
For curiosity's sake, I think it was Neverland's clear video. I can't
They
remember.
use a different strat. Don't
Yeah, exactly. I was curious how the fuck does that work?
I don't know. I don't want to know.
Okay.
We're focusing on this right now.
Yeah.
I only know that they have 4 fixed positions in the beginning, not 6.
I read something in Encounter Room
Yeah,
which reads along the lines of I have no idea how Neverland functioned. Seems like a Splatoon angle, to be honest.
Ooh. Strat that only works with illegal tools.
So yeah. Is anyone still unsure about how we're doing this movement or any other mechanic?
I think it all seems fairly comfy at the moment. I just need to press Cure 3 again and again and again and again.
Not even
Um,
Medica 2.
I think we just call it early because we're not gonna have another instance. I have trouble
Yeah.
with it since I have to think lots.
Mm.
I
Yeah.
don't really know how to, because I don't know. I just see this instantly. Is there anyone that has to think as well and that has like little reminders or something that they can share with Kayla?
I do have to think a lot, but there are like no tips right now that I could give out.
Yeah, I tried giving my tip earlier, but it was considered too much thinking. It's because it doesn't follow the clockwise like thing that you're explaining, so I'll refrain from sharing it honestly.
For
I don't
me,
think it's gonna help other people. It helps me,
what I found is that at least just you have a lot of time. I'd have to watch a VOD to see exactly how much, but you do have a lot of time, at least 10 seconds, to do
That's
the
exactly-
movement. Sorry?
How many is it?
It's exactly 10
wait.
seconds.
Oh, okay.
It's exactly 10.
Yeah, so like you've got exactly
Yeah.
10 seconds to do the movement in that case. So like if you're not sure what to do, while I wouldn't necessarily recommend it as like something to always do, you could wait, see where other people move, and then when you see someone move out by themselves, you know, oh, I have to go to that person. So for example, with the example on Julia's screen, if you're the fire on 3 and you're not sure whether you want to go north or middle, you would wait, and then you would see one going middle, and you think, ah, that fire 1 went middle, there I'm fire 3, therefore I must go north.
That's not gonna work if both fires are gonna do that.
That's true. That's true. That's why I'm saying this isn't recommended, because if everyone does it, then you just wipe to it every time.
If you blank, like you can't for some reason, then you can do that. Sure, it's better than wiping. But if it is recommended you try and solve it yourself anyway.
Yeah.
Does anyone have any comments then, instead of questions?
I want to touch grass.
Go. Okay.
Please.
If you really have trouble with it, I think you go. Who did we rank this from? Again? Which static?
Sleepo, I think.
Yeah.
People, right?
Yeah,
Sleeper do hex
You
strat.
you just go into Exos Streamboard.
Oh no, it's from DN. It's from DN.
No, it's from Momo and.
Okay, then you go into
Yara's
Momo's
India.
Streamboard and you skip through it to find every instance of Caloric Theory 1 and you solve it in your head. You pause and you solve it for yourself.
These are the streamers that you can watch. Their links are in the PowerPoint that's in the document. So they're linking to VODs or kill videos. So the Ninja is a VOD. Yeah, just the Ninja one is a VOD, so you can watch that one, I guess. The other ones are clips. Okay, I think
Yeah.
I think we go to bench.
Yes. We take some time. We sleep well. We wake up. We eat well. We sit down. We kill this fucking moth, and then we kill them, whatever the moth became. And we
This
get.
wasn't as bad as I expected it to be. Like, not bad as in the group, but it's draining.
Yeah.
Not as draining as I expected.
I
I
think.
mean the
expected
time
it to be.
today.
Yeah, like
I'm,
the
I'm
whole
still good. Like I could go for
13
another
hours
2,
or so.
3
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah.
Same, like,
I'm.
I don't feel any worse than at 11 a.m.
I'm.
It's like,
I'm feeling it a little. I know Dwyer's feeling it.
Huh?
Yeah, healers are getting
I'm not
cooked in
feeling
early
anything
part,
anymore, bro.
Exactly. Yeah, we were saying like
It's not been
the fatigue has set in for you quite fairly heavily because you're not used to this kind of raiding, I guess.
I mean, the gaming a whole day in the weekend is like no different from what I do normally. So
Exactly. This is my normal
From what I'm
weekend.
used to, what the fuck?
You'll be
I
fine.
don't have that much of a life outside of like working and gaming. So I work during the week and I game in the weekends.
Nox's Discord crashed.
Any,
Honestly,
any EFT gamers?
oh no.
Welcome back, Nox.
Not
Honestly,
now,
the
I'm sorry.
okay.
the
Yeah, we have
hardest.
some juicy news.
Hmm?
No, I'm gonna take a shower because I was sweating all day.
Someone
warm.
said that was good news. I think someone was
No,
saying
it's
something.
like any
No, no.
TFT gamers. I said I don't want to play, but I do want to hear good news if you have it.
Okay.
How's the new set looking?
I have no idea, I haven't played.
Okay.
But
Well,
you can build a mechanical T-Rex and put it on your board, so that sounds pretty cool.
best set ever.
Alright. Let's see how.
The most
I'm gonna
stressful
go to
time
bed,
today for me was
shower.
actually dinner break.
Also, Julia, before you go,
Hmm?
you got rank 1 in HPS again.
Did I?
Yes, you did.
That's kind of
Right,
good.
logs.
I have to link. I have to link.
Oh, I
it
didn't
to
even check
Resilient.
logs.
Yeah, my DPS bars are garbage. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's. But the healing one,
63.
that's the one that matters.
Yeah. I find it really funny
I
how I
don't-
went
let me
from
link
like
it to them.
purple 95, barely a purple, like just below a purple, into just solid fucking grey because I died both times.
Oh, I have a 55.
Fog.
Champ.
Yeah.
Fog.
Yeah, 12 door boss is probably going to be a bit whack because people who got gear are going to be starting to carry their potentially do like week 1 reclears for easy rank 1s for whoever got the weapon.
Mm. Robots are always cracked because people have to clear it multiple times week 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you usually have like very good execution at some players,
Yeah.
and then they're crit farming.
Basically, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna take a shower and stuff. I'll see you all tomorrow.
Yep. I'm
Yes.
gonna.
Yes.
I'm heading off as
See you
well.
tomorrow.
Bye.
Catch you later. Bye.
Right. I'm gonna end stream and I will be back in a moment. Alright. That's the end of that. 13-hour stream. Another one tomorrow. Hopefully a bit shorter, but well, no, but hopefully a bit shorter. We're on track to clear tomorrow, so that'll be great. Monday off, Tuesday reclears. It'll be fun. Okay. See, well, everyone who's been here for most or all of the whole thing, and see you guys tomorrow morning.